Hello dear student. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, parallel lines and transversals. Already we learned about the parallel lines, right? So the lines which never meet each other are called as the parallel line. Whatever you extend the line to both the sides, you are not going to get the meeting point of these two lines. So that line are called as the transversal, parallel lines. Then what are these transversal? What is this transversal? Let us discuss that thing. And your second exercise is based on this parallel lines and transversal properties. Now, transversal means it is a line that intersect two or more lines at distinct point. So that is called as an transversal. For example, here we have two lines. They may be the parallel lines or the intersecting lines. Okay. So just try to understand the concept of transversal, and after that we'll try to understand the properties of the transversals on the parallel lines. So transversal is a line which meets your two lines or which cuts your two lines like this at two distinct points. So at 2 point your line meets the two lines, means that line is called as this transversal. So that is the meaning of a transversal. So we can define it as a line that intersect two or more lines at distinct point. At different point, if your line is meeting your given two lines, means that line will be considered as a transversal. Okay. So whenever we form a transversal, as you can see here, when we draw a transversal, here we are getting so many angles here, right? So by the first line, if we take the line as A and the second line as B, up at A line we are getting 4 angles like this in a circle, and at B line also there are 4 angle formed. When one transversal meets two lines, you are going to get 4 angles at each line, and totally there are 8 angles. Then there are so many types of the angles formed by the transversal. So they are interior angle, exterior angle, corresponding angles, alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angle. So let us try to understand these angles one by one. Okay. So imagine that there you have two lines. Okay. So on these two lines there is an transversal. Let us take the line 1 as x and line 2 as y. At x line we are getting 4 angles, right? At y line also we are getting 4 angles. So let us name these angles 1, 2, 3, 4 or 3, 4. Okay. Now here 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, like this we named all the 8 angles. Totally there are 8 angles. Okay, so interior angle means the angles which are formed between these two lines are called as your interior angle. Okay, the angle formed inside. So the angle formed inside are angle 4, angle 3, angle 5, angle 6. We call these 4 angles as interior angles. Okay. Now, second type of angles are exterior angles. Exterior angles are those angles which are formed outside these lines. Okay. So, outside this line we have angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8. So, we call these 4 angles as exterior angle. So, between these two lines whatever angles we are getting, we consider these angles as interior angles. Okay. I hope you understood about the interior angles and exterior angle. Okay. Now, let us try to understand the corresponding angles. Again, I am taking the two lines, drawing an transversal and naming the angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So, we named all the 8 angles, right? Okay. Now, So as we know, when the two lines intersect each other, there we are going to get four angles, and angle opposite to one another are called as the vertically opposite angles, isn't it? So here also, whenever we draw a transversal like this, there also we are going to get the vertically opposite angle with that parallel line. So angle 1 is opposite to 3, 2 is opposite to 4, 5 is opposite to 7, 6 is opposite to 8. So like this, vertically opposite angles also we are going to get here. Okay. So next, after vertically opposite angle, next one more type of the angle we are going to get. Okay. So that is corresponding angles. Corresponding angles means at both the points, distinct point, we are getting four angles by this transversal, right? So here in from the first line, at the first line you have angle 1. At the same position in the second line you have angle 5, right? So this angle 1 and this angle 5 are called as the corresponding angles. So by one transversal on the two lines we are going to get four pairs of corresponding angles. So if we move on to the angle 2, so at the same position in the second line you have angle 6. So angle 2 and angle 6 are also corresponding angles. Now move on to the next, angle 3. At the same position you have angle 7 on the next line. So angle 3 is equal to angle 3 and angle 7 are also corresponding angles. Now angle 4 and angle 8. So they are also on the same position on both the lines. So this angle 4 and angle 8 are called as the corresponding angles. Okay, the next pair of angles are alternate angles. Alternate angles means angle formed in a Z shape, and at the end points of this Z shape like this, whatever angles you are getting, you consider them as the alternate angles. So in alternate angles there are two types of the alternate angles: alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles. So that are two types of alternate angles we are going to get. So first let us discuss about the alternate interior angle. Okay. So here whenever your lines meet, two lines meet this transversal, you are going to get the Z shape like this here. Okay. So at this Z shape you have angle 4 and you have angle 6. So this angle 4 and angle 6 are interior alternate angles. Okay. Now if we take the Z shape like this, we consider the Z shape like this, then here we have angle 3 and angle 5. That angle 3 and angle 5 are also the interior alternate angles. Okay. Now alternate interior angle we learned, right? Like Z shape of angles, these angles are called as alternate interior angle. In the Z shape of this angle, you are getting angle 4 and angle 6. The outside angle of this angle 7 and the outside angle of angle 6. This angle 7, this angle 1 and this angle 7 are called as alternate exterior angles. Next, if we consider the Z shape in an opposite form where we got our angle 3 and angle 5, to angle 3 outside angle is 2, to angle 5 outside angle is 4. So this 2 and 8 are called as the alternate exterior angle. So like this, we'll get so many types of the angles when we draw a transversal for any two lines. Okay. So if we draw the transversal for parallel lines, then what are the properties of this alternate angle, corresponding angles, interior angles, exterior angles? Let us discuss about that thing. Okay. Now let us draw a transversal to two parallel lines. So there we have a parallel line 1, so parallel line 2. We are drawing a transversal to this parallel line. Okay, so I'll consider the angles 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these angles 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so before discussing this, let us there are one more types of the angles, so that are co-interior angles. Okay, co-interior angles. Co-interior angles means angles formed on the same side and one next to other. Okay, interior angles which are one next to other are called as co-interior angle. This angle 4 and angle 5 are co-interior angles, or we can say that consecutive interior angles. Interior angles means already we know the angles which are inside the lines, so that are called as interior angle. So the interior angles which are one next to other are called as the co-interior angles. Okay, so co-interior angles we have. Okay, now if you are drawing that to the parallel lines, then the corresponding angles formed will always be equal. That is, angle 1 is equal to angle 5, angle 2 is equal to angle 6, angle 3 is equal to angle 7, angle 4 is. So as I said, vertically opposite angles are equal. 1 is equal to 3, 2 is equal to 4. In the same way, 5 is equal to 7, 6 is equal to 8. Okay, next, the alternate angles which are formed by this transversal, that alternate angles are also equal. The Z shape of angles are also equal. That is, angle 4 is equal to angle 6. That is one more property of a transversal angles whenever it is formed for the parallel line. So like that, by the transversal we are going to get the so many types of the angles, and if you are getting alternate angles between the parallel lines, then you consider that two lines as the parallel lines itself. Okay, if your alternate angles or if your Z shape of angles are equal, or if you are getting a Z shape of angles there, then the Z shape of angles are always comes between the parallel lines. Like that also we can conclude. And whatever vertically opposite angles you get, that vertically opposite angles are also equal. Then whatever corresponding angles you are going to get, that corresponding angles are also equal. Okay, so that are the properties, or that is about the parallel lines and the properties of the angles formed by the transversal. So next class we are going to solve the second exercise questions. Hope you understood. So if we remember all these things, then it is easy for us to solve the exercise questions. Thank you.